Now, Armenia says it's making provisions for tens of thousands of people who may flee Nagorno-Karabakh after the latest ceasefire. More than 1,000 ethnic Armenians have crossed over so far from the enclave in Azerbaijan. Osama bin Javaid reports.
The first humanitarian convoy arrived in the Karabakh region with 70 tons of essential supplies. The Lachin corridor between Azerbaijan and Armenia has been opened to allow in aid and a safe passage for those who want to exit the Azerbaijani territory. Baku says it is also sending fuel and supplies after a ceasefire agreement with ethnic Armenian leaders. Hundreds remain stranded and ethnic Armenians seek Russian peacekeepers' protection who now control this airport. Most people fled fearing the arrival of Azerbaijani soldiers, despite Baku saying that people of Armenian descent will have constitutional rights. But many, including Valerie, think it's safer to move on.
Who can give us the guarantee? We found a liter of gasoline, ran away and came here. Shall we go so that the young people are killed along the way?
Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan is seeking effective mechanisms of protection for Armenians.
Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh continue to face the threat of ethnic cleansing. In recent days, humanitarian aid has arrived, but this does not change the situation. And unless real living conditions are created and effective mechanisms of protection from ethnic cleansing, then the Armenians of Nagorno-Karabakh will see exile from their homelands.
Armenians claim Nagorno-Karabakh as their ancestral homeland, but the mountainous region is internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan. The latest military push, which Azerbaijan calls a counter-terrorism offensive, was aimed at disbanding and disarming ethnic Armenian fighters who've now surrendered their weapons.
This is the weapon. This is the weapon that used to belong to the Armenian Armed Forces detachments and also irregular Armenian forces that were here, and it was seized from them just in the last 2 days, during the last 2 days.
Amid mounting international concern about Armenian civilians, Azerbaijan is assuring Karabakh residents that there will be no prosecution. Tens of thousands of ethnic Armenians have lived in the Karabakh region for over 3 decades. Now that the Azerbaijani government tells them that civilians and those who lay down their weapons will not be prosecuted, it will take time for people to decide whether they want to stay or leave. Osama bin Javaid, Al Jazeera, by Lachin in the Karabakh region.
Well, Osama bin Javaid joins us now live from the Lachin border crossing in Azerbaijan. Osama, what is the situation where you are? What are you hearing? Are a lot of people crossing back into Armenia?
Well, in the last few minutes, we've spoken to border guards here who tell us more than 4,000 people have now crossed in the last 24 hours into Armenia from the Karabakh region. Behind us, as you can see right now, these are Russian peacekeepers who are moving from the Karabakh region towards the other side. We've seen a steady flow of peacekeepers, of individuals in their cars, in their trucks, in their lorries, whatever they could get their hands on, they've packed up and they are leaving. Although there have been guarantees given by Azerbaijan for these people that they will be treated as Azerbaijani citizens, many of them do not believe it. And as you heard, there has been a long history to why that is the case, because there was a war in the 1990s, there's been a war in 2020, and in the last week or so, there have been more escalating tensions, and now there's an agreement with ethnic Armenians that they're going to lay down their weapons, they're going to disarm, and Azerbaijanis are saying that they're free to leave or stay, whatever they decide to do. So once these cars come from Karabakh, they go through this checkpoint, and further down that road, beyond that bridge, is Armenian territory where they're crossing into. We've heard from Armenian leaders that they are going to be welcomed into Armenia, but it is an uncertain future, as people have been telling us as they trickled through this border point that they are going into. This was their home, this is where they led most of their lives, and this is why they're sad that they have to leave it all behind.
Osama bin Javaid there for us at the Lachin border crossing in Azerbaijan.